Let me know if you could hear me. The go live thing is just going up on YouTube. It takes a little bit of time. We are streaming on Twitch as well. So there's going to be 2 different streams going on. So if you see some notifications like this in the left-hand corner, that is from Twitch. Unfortunately, we can't do that with YouTube because, well, we can, but if people subscribe while we're live, sometimes they hide their subscription, so we can't really do alerts. But let me say hi. Actually, I need to tweet this out. Oop. Doot. I forgot to do that. All right. So let me say hi to a few of you. Roman, thank you for the membership. I see that. You did that before we even went live. That's great. I really appreciate it. The memberships right now don't really give you too much. It's more just supporting the channel. You do get a couple of motes. I think we have, I mean, here's Mocha, there's me and Access Point and my logo. But yes, I appreciate the support. We may end up doing more with memberships where you get the videos earlier. If you do comment on a video, it does highlight it and push it to me first before anything. Frederick, how's it going? Good morning. Oops. Let's see. Ferris, good morning. Hope you're doing well. Z-Guy, Tim, how's it going? Stevens, Solomon, how's it going? I see you all the time in my Twitch channel. Got Wire, Andrew, Alexander. I was finally able to snag a G4 Doorbell Pro. It should be here in a couple days. Now I need to get one of those door locks. Yeah, the door locks. Oh, you're talking about the ones that are still in early access. Ali, good morning. Gamers New Republic, how's it going? From Winnipeg. That's awesome. I'm just gonna call you Gene because I'm terrible at names. If you ever watch me live stream on Twitch, you'll understand. Sometimes I read what it's saying, and I'm terrible at my English. Donald, how's it going? Good morning. Dan, how's it going? BDBD16, good morning. Charlie, how's it going on the Twitch? Jason, yes, I am drinking coffee. It's just with a holiday. I think it's a holiday cup. Shows how full it is with the heat. George, good morning. How's it going? Rodrigo from Chile. That's awesome. Tofik, sorry if I messed that up, but good morning. How are you? George, I think I might have said hi to Tyrone, how's it going? Dan from Maine. Have I been to Maine? I might have been to Maine before. I don't remember. Insane HD, how's it going? From Germany. Jonathan from Quebec. That's one place I haven't been, and I wouldn't mind going there. Geekpill, how's it going? Happy Sunday. Hope you're doing well. We will be playing some games later today, or after the stream probably. Ali, you need to buy the Chime. The Chime is pretty good. I hope they do update it. I think we talked about that last time. Solomon, thank you for the help desk membership. I really do appreciate it. That's awesome. Hope to get my Doorbell Pro or non-Pro hooked up this week. Still can't get a hold of the Protect Door Lock though. The Protect Door Lock will only work with the Pro though. Like if you're looking at doing the thumb scan thing. Tim, good morning from Vegas. I've been invited to Vegas a couple times actually. I might go down there. I'm on my second, I think I'm on my second cup, maybe my third cup of coffee. Vidal, good morning. Juan, good morning from Boston. Toba's from Denmark. I have a buddy, he's actually from Denmark, but he lives in Canada now. From India, awesome. There's a lot of people from different parts of the world. Joe from Controlling Tech, how's it going? He was pretty much the only one watching me do my Lego stream the other day. Actually, I'll show you what I made. So I decided to just finish the one guy. But I was searching for a piece, couldn't find it, and we didn't even need it. Which was kind of funny. Danny from PEI. I haven't been to PEI in Canada. That's I probably should explore more of Canada before I go anywhere else. Matt, good morning. Do you have a guide for setting up cross VLAN AirPlay on a UDM Pro? Can't get it working. The MDMS should take care of that, but I don't have a guide specifically for that. I think there is somebody who does on my who I follow. Got Wire? No, not Got Wire. That's somebody in this chat. What is his name? It's an English fellow. I forget his name. I'm pretty sure oh, Inside Wire. I think he has an AirPlay. I think he has an AirPlay video. So check him out. He does a bunch of Unify stuff as well as some other stuff. Justin, good morning. I'm getting a little lost here. There's more people, I think, here than usual. Where are we at? 72 people? Perfect. 72 people, 8 likes. If you want to hit that like button, I appreciate it. Miros, good morning. Yes, today is a good day. It's a long weekend for us Canadians. Morning from Boston. Awesome. I wouldn't mind going to Boston one time either. I'm trying to get to all of them. If I miss your message, I'm sorry. U6 Pro versus U6 Enterprise, which is better? We'll talk about that. I haven't really set up the U6 Enterprise yet. Christopher, good morning. Roderick, good morning from Dallas. I've actually been invited to Texas. I don't even know how many times. Texas is probably the most place that people have tried to invite me to do work. Random question. Any reason you normally put the UDM Pro towards the bottom of the rack? Do I put it towards the bottom of the rack? I don't know. It depends on the rack. Like my rack, how at home, I have a 25U and it's pretty much at the top. Yeah, I don't know if you'd really want to. It's up to you. It depends how you do your rack design. But typically what we do with bottoms of the racks, you want to put the heaviest piece of equipment, especially if it's like freestanding rack and not a wall mount. How can I check Unify stock coming to Australia? I'm not too sure if UI Notify does that. Let's check it out. This is Crosstalk's app. You know what? I'll log in here. I'm not going to show it off though. I don't know if he does the Australian one. Let me see if I could change region. Change region. EU, BR. Oh yeah. Wait, that's Indian. Do you have a store in Australia though? No, I don't think you do. Which store would you use? Like the Europe store? So the UI Notify does cover all these stores if you need to. Oh Lord, I'm not even gonna judge. I'm not gonna read that, but maybe. Let's see. No, you're on time. So I started a little later. I was supposed to do a consultation between 10 and 11 this morning. I tried calling the person and no answer. We had to reschedule. I had to reschedule yesterday to today. And then today there was no answer on their end. So I'm waiting for an email to follow up and see what's going on there. Hello from VA Beach. Awesome. No, I know you're kidding. I'm just not going to read that on YouTube anyway. Yeah, usually I do these at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm having an issue with the UNVR Pro. I added another HDD 8 terabyte at home and made Protect started doing a reboot. Have you tried, I know this sounds trivial, but have you tried stopping and starting the Protect app? There is SSH command to stop Unify Protect. So there is a command that if that doesn't work, you want to go into the CLI, and this is the command. I don't know if it, so you want to go here. You need to enable SSH on the Protect, and then you're going to want to type in service Unify-protect and then restart. Try that, see if it works. Now it's back in sync. I have been having syncing issues, but I thought I got that taken care of. Oh, SSHing to unit and stopping Protect process and starting it didn't fix the issue. Okay, you might want to open up a ticket with Ubiquiti. Yeah, sorry, I didn't read that while I was typing it. Okay. After install, do you retain access to a client's controller for troubleshooting changes down the road, or do you remove the account completely? Depends on the client. If we're doing continued support, then we'll keep access to the controller. But other than that, if they don't want us to, I get it taken care of or I get it deleted. I don't want all those controllers under my dashboard. And I don't want to be, if something ever happened with the client, they got, hit by ransomware or something like that. That's the last thing I need, is them to say that it came through me, right? For just a simple video doorbell, would you choose a unified doorbell over Ring? It depends. Like, are you already in the Unify ecosystem? Because if you are, I probably would get I don't really like the Ring. You have to pay for the cloud support. So, not 100% sure. Like, I have used a couple Rings before, but I'm typically go towards the Unify stuff. Hey Cody, I heard you say you haven't done much testing on the U6 Enterprise, but just off the cuff, do I actually need a 2.5 gigabit to take care of the full advantage? No, you don't. So you could use just a gigabit. Your biggest advantage is going to be the spectrum, like the channel spectrum. But the thing with that, like, I haven't gotten the 6 gigahertz to work yet, so I haven't really played around with it yet, or too much. Are you going to do a video on protect Unify stacking? That is a good question. So if they send me a UNVR Pro, or maybe I'll just buy one, then I will, because that's the only other one that it only stacks with the UNVR Pros. That's it. I believe. I haven't tested it out, and it's still an EA. Unifi doorbell works nice and no subscription. That's interesting. I didn't know that. I know there are different package detection cameras that are out there as well. So Alexander, not as of yet, you can't back up your NVR. It'll be nice if they eventually put that in, because Synology Surveillance Station already has that. I think it's C2 backup or something like that. I'm not too sure if my issues with the U6 Enterprise is because of WPA3. It might be a driver within this computer. I don't think, maybe the Intel driver. But I really gave it like 5 minutes of thought, and that was it. I haven't done too much more to it. Let's see. Oops. So let's get into kind of what we're going to talk about today. I guess the enterprise access point is one of them. So let's start with that. So that was released last week, I guess. Where is it? It's probably out of stock now. It's right here. So there has been a lot of them going in stock. So you just need to watch out if you want to get it. I haven't been able to get it to work yet. But like I said, I think it's a driver issue potentially. So when I clicked on 6 gigahertz, once you're on the 6 gigahertz band, you have to use WPA3. So that could be another issue as well. I made a SSID just for the 6 gigahertz. Couldn't get it to work. So I'm going to figure that out. This video is going to take a bit longer to create than normal, like a Nano HD video, just because it's, Wi-Fi 6E. I'm going to explain more about it, and I need to get it to work first before we do any video. But yes, we'll probably do a comparison eventually of the U6 Enterprise or the Pro. I don't know. For houses, do you really need the enterprise access point? Probably not. I'm going to say not. But that's up to you. I have a client set up with 5 UMVR Pros, but I'm not giving it a try without making sure it's stable. Yeah, that's the thing. You want to make sure it's stable. I think it will be, but I don't know 100%. I do hope that they push it out to just these standard UNVRs though. Because I have more of the, I don't have any NVR Pros in the field because they haven't been available in Canada that long. I have a ton of these ones in the field though. And we've added multiple because we needed, to add more cameras. So stacking for these would be great. But back to the enterprise. So it has a 2.5 gigabit interface. It works on the 6 gigahertz band, hopefully. So if you're looking to take full advantage, yes, you would want a 2.5 gigabit interface, but if you don't need it, it's not like necessary. So we can see here, it's a 10.2 gigabit aggregated throughput rate, which is cool. It supports 2.45 and the 6 gigahertz band, but you need to be up to at least this version of Unify to be able to use it. I live in a row of houses where everybody has their Wi-Fi on and the interference is so bad. So the the thing with the 6 gigahertz, you need to make sure that your devices support it, right? So if you don't have multiple devices with chipsets that support 6 gigahertz, you're not really going to be able to take advantage of it anyway because your devices won't connect to it. You know what? Let me reach out to Ubiquiti and see if they'll send me another one. They did already send me the UNVR Pro that I have. They sent me that already, but I'm gonna see if they might want to send me another one to do this stacking, so I could do a video on it. I think it will. I think that's gonna be a great video, and I want to try it out for sure. I think it's gonna be really cool to do. And I'm glad they introduced it. I just do hope they put it to the like the base UNVR. Let's see, what else am I talking about? These came in stock today, or not today, sorry. These came in stock this week. There was about 1,000 of them, or 1,500. I did tweet about it. They went in about 30 minutes though. So quite a few people got it who wanted it. I know some people didn't. You have to make sure you wake up pretty early to get any notifications. Right on future proofing, I'm assuming my next smartphone, iPhone 14, will. I think the newest iPhones do support 6E, so future proofing for sure. And you could always turn off the 6 gigahertz band. What was the next topic? Off the 6 gigahertz band. Why is that going off? There we go. So the Unifi patch panel. You did only see me do one video this week. Typically I do 2 videos, but I've been a little burnt out on the tech stuff. Even though I've been streaming like video games and stuff like that and Lego. But the tech stuff I've been a little burnt out on. I think I'm back there. I think I'm good. So the video will probably be out tomorrow or Tuesday. But Richard, I forget his last name. He sent me, there was no patch panels available in Canada. And in live stream last week, he said he would send me 2 patch panels that he had and he wasn't using, and he did. And he also sent me another analog Unifi ATA. So I'm very happy about that, and I thank you for sending it. So we're going to do a video on this patch panel. Not that it's going to be a long video. It's a patch panel. It's silver. It's Ubiquiti. And we'll just be I'll be taking out my old patch panel, putting this one in. They do have a bunch of new stuff for cabinets. If you haven't looked at EA, I suggest you go look at the early access store. So once all those things in EA come out, my full rack is going to look cool. I think at the end of the day, it will look awesome. There are a couple of things that I wish they did differently with these patch panels. And I'll say this in the video as well. But like, we don't have any numbers up here, 1 to 24. Is it the end of the world? Probably not. You're most likely going to be putting on your label tape anyway. And even though I say in the home lab videos, like, make sure you label it, I don't even have any of my stuff labeled. So maybe when we do this video, I'll label this patch panel. Another thing, there's only 1 screw hole on the side of these. So you could see right here that you're only putting 1 screw hole in. Can we zoom in? No, it doesn't zoom in the picture. Anyway, you're only putting 1 screw in, or 2 screws. Usually you put 4. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal because the patch panel's lightweight anyway. Another thing I would like to see on it is like a cable management bar on the back. And I'll compare this patch panel to like a vertical cable one that has the cable manager on the back. I don't think it's a huge deal, but some people do like that management arm just to keep the tension off. Let's see. Yes, the OCD. It's hard. We can't talk about too many things in early access, but that's what they call it, OCD. I wonder if, yeah, it's funny that they call it that. I don't know if you could stack it, if you have the UNVR Pro, if you could stack it with the regular one or not. I haven't even looked at the early access release notes. I don't have silver keystones. You can get silver keystones, but I think those are more for shielded. Let me just... Oops. I only have blue keystones right now, which might look a little off. And these are, I forget what keystones I'm using actually. The ones on my patch panel are just cheap ones. Usually I use vertical cable. Silver Cat 6 keystone. So those are couplers. A lot of the times when you're seeing silver, they're all shielded. Yeah, shielded, inline. Cable matters, shielded. So they're all shielded. Unless Ubiquiti comes out with their own keystone, which they might. Actually, they did post, they put a keystone jack into general access or early access or something before, and I caught it. And then I tweeted it out, and I saw it gone. I'm like, what happened to that? So I emailed my contact. They're like, yeah, we screwed up. We weren't supposed to release that yet. Search gray. Let me search gray. Gray. Oops. Keystone. Oh, yeah. Okay, so like True Cables does it. Nice. I think the full-on silver would look, it definitely would look better, but that would be pretty close. Is that 576 a jack? Oh my lord. Oh, Vertical Cables has gray? I didn't know that. So I use, this is the type of jacks I use. Just because we use it with the iPunch tool, which a lot of people have bought the iPunch tool through my links, and thank you for that. The iPunch tool works great. Morning, little late, mowing the lawn in Central Texas. Oh, that doesn't sound fun. May as well go Cat 7 to use the shielded one yet. I probably won't run shielded in my house though. If you ever want to zoom into a picture, you can right click and open the image. Ah, that's good to know. Yes, smash the like button. What are we at? How many people we got? Got 115 people here and only 32 likes. Silver and blue go well together. They probably would. What I like, actually, I probably have it in picture here. We only could get, I think it was red patch cables at the time. So it was red patch cables with blue jacks. Is it this? I don't know if it was this job. I actually just went back to this job last week. I mean, I'm going to move my face a little bit. Right here, I like the red and blue. I don't know why we did that though. I don't think it was this job. I think it was something else. But this job, what we did, I had to go back there last week. They had to 2100. We were originally, what was quoted was a 6100, but we couldn't get it. It came in, so I just ripped and replaced this. They're going to keep the 2100 on the rack or on a shelf just for like a cold spare. I thought I had another one where I did all red. So that's my network rack. There's been things that have been added to it and things that are taken out. But this is the patch panel that will be taken out. This really bugs me, the white inserts. I don't like the white inserts, but that's what I had at the time. I have a few other things in here. The Netgate 6100 is not in there. We have a mission critical switch. So it would be good to see an updated video on my network rack. How can you access the installer's menu? I see it in option when you use the ACMAP to change. Also, what's outdoor mode? I'm not too sure. I haven't used too many ACMAPs, and I'm not 100% sure what you mean by the installer menu. I bought a U6 Enterprise because my U6 Lite started acting funny. About 22 of my devices are stuck on Wi-Fi 4, and I could not figure out how to fix it. This started 2 weeks ago. That's weird. You could try going into your client menu and clicking reconnect on those clients and see. I still want this. That looks like the squirrel from Ice Age. Ice Age squirrel. God, my spelling is terrible. It kind of does. I mean, it doesn't. Yeah, it does. Let me grab a screenshot of this. This was at another client's house that my uncle needed help with. It's similar, I guess. But that's an old school phone, which actually still works. They had it connected, so that was really cool. Let's see. Still waiting on the U6 Enterprise. Oh, the shipping with Ubiquiti has been really quick. I ordered 10 cameras. Where the hell did I take a picture? So I ordered these 10 cameras. I had them up there. I just took them back, but they didn't send me a shipping email. Usually they say like, here's your tracking number, and they just showed up at my house. So it was a little funny. But they're usually really quick. Oh, it was in the release notes. Are you talking about? Yeah, I don't know. Let's look at those release notes quickly. Installer menu. I don't know if I think I have one of those access points actually. UAP. So there's 21 different. Oh, here it goes. Add intend to gain value for the UAP ACM. Let's see where else it's showing up here. I ordered the Unify 6 Enterprise Friday, and it's going to arrive on Tuesday. That is quick. Like, their shipping is great. I'll have to look into that a little more for you and let you know. Because I don't think I've ever done a video on the UAP ACM. But I do have that other module, or the extender for it. I thought it was new because it showed up on the Ubiquiti site. So I bought it. I buy everything, pretty well everything that's new. And I realized that it was years and years old. So I ended up buying this thing. Still in the box, haven't touched it. Maybe I'll do a video on it, even though it is an older access point. They're still releasing them, so why not? What's the point of the mission critical? Wouldn't a PoE switch connect to a UPS and have the same outcome? Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much, I guess. The thing with the mission critical is it has that battery in it. It has the couple different, that's under smart power. It has the couple different ports at the back that you could attach to. You could attach a battery to the back, not yet, but you can. So you could connect. I think I have my aggregation switch and my UDMSC plugged into this. It has a battery life and it has PoE++. So if you're using Unify Access, this would be good. But it's $1,000 for the switch, right? Where you could buy maybe a 24 port Pro PoE and then buy a UPS to power it up. It's a weird use case. I'm not too sure where they were going with it. So they wouldn't send me this. This is one thing I had to. They weren't pushing this too hard, so I bought this. I don't know about the buy limits for cameras. There are ways. Yeah, I probably can't talk about it on stream though. You could always look at distributors. Lots of distributors, depending, will have like hundreds of cameras when they get shipped out, and you could buy a bunch from them. Does mounting ceiling APs on vertical walls affect performance range? It does, but it depends what you're trying to do with it. Like, I think if you have it horizontal on the wall, it gives you more distance, but it drops down your speed, and vice versa the other way. You'll get more speed if it's ceiling mount, and then it depends on the radiation patterns too. You love your 2 Enterprise APs. Nice. I have 2 Enterprise APs as well. I bought one when it was in EA, and they sent me one. When is the Dream Wall Pro coming out? I have no idea. Hopefully soon. I have the base model, but I haven't done anything with it because it's still in early access. I printed some Keystone blanks just because you always install them. Looks much better now. The Keystone blanks are really cool. I guess if you could print them, they're fairly cheap to buy too. Black Keystone blanks. Depending what color you want. Yeah, like a 20 pack is $6. I have hundreds of blanks now. Like, I don't ever want to run out of these black ones until I start using Ubiquiti patch panels. Then I'll need silver. I don't know if they even sell them. Maybe they do gray. Let's check out gray. Because if they don't, then we're just going to have to use the 10 pack for $6. I don't actually mind the look of that. Leviton, though. I'm not a fan of Leviton jacks. $5 a jack, too. Can we see the base model size comparison, etc.? I've been holding out on the Pro. I can't show it because it's still in early access. You can go into the early access store and it should tell you the dimensions. So it's pretty big. I'll say that it's pretty big. It's actually in my closet right now, just sitting there. All right, so we talked about the Keystone Jack, or whatever, the Keystone patch panel. Enterprise AP. So the door strike in the mag, I'm going to do a video on this, but it's not going to be actually installing it because I have nowhere to install it. It's going to be more of a, you know, unbox, show you what comes in the box. We will connect it to the Unify Access Hub, and I'll show you, you know, well, I'll show you it working. We swipe in, the magnet disengages, blah, blah, blah. I try not to use magnets. Actually, I don't install mag locks because they are a safety issue, right? Because if something ever happens and people need to get out and this magnet won't disengage, there are different hubs that you could buy, but you will never get this door open. Whereas door strikes, they're a little bit different. Like this one right here, this holds up to 600 pounds. This one holds up to 1,200 pounds. The Access Maglock is fail safe. So it's a fail safe. That's good. I don't know if they have another option to put it to fail secure or not. But we'll take a look. I've had this for a long time, since it's been in early access, in the packaging and what comes in it. I have bought different maglocks before. I find this to be a lot better. I'm not a door access specialist, so I don't know if like these prices are, you know, crazy expensive. The strike is great as well. I really like how the design of the strike and the wires in the strike. Let's go to, or it's not a strike, mag, or what is it? What do they call it? Access lock electric. Electric strike. Oops. So I've bought in some other strikes off Amazon, probably not the best place. Like this one right here, I bought before just to do Unify access testing, and the cable within it is terrible. It's just really cheap, thin little cable, whereas the Unify access one is actually a quality cable. And the kit that comes inside of it, they come with couplers and a bunch of other things, which is nice. Yeah, sorry, I wish I could show off the dream wall, but I don't even know how I'm going to do that video when it does release. Do we know use case for the fingerprint reader on the G4 Doorbell Pro? Yes, they have this lock thing that's coming out that you're going to be able to scan your thumb for. I think they showed it in a video, I'm pretty sure. I have 2 Connect displays, actually. I can't really talk about that either because that's still an EA. I haven't used it. A lot of the times when I get things from EA, I just get them so the day they release, I could do videos on. I usually don't do too much testing before they're in the general public. Yes, so you do want, like your maglocks, you'd want on failsafe for sure. That if a power goes out, your maglocks disengage. You should never have maglocks anyway on your exterior doors. Yes, mags have to be tied into a fire alarm to release on alarm in US. Yep, that's true. So I forget, there was one job that I was doing, this job, where there's a couple I still need to do the access for, but this one right here, they needed a mag lock on the bottom. I said, no, I'm not dealing with that. That wasn't in the original specs. The electricians did, they tied it into the fire panel, but at the time I thought we were going to have to tie it into the fire panel. So we were going to get this Ultronics fire alarm panel. I still have it actually. No, it's not. I think it's this one right here. So it's like $400 US for this, but it does have a fire alarm tie-in. So you would put all your Unify access gear into here to power it up, and then if the fire alarm got tripped, it would, you know, do the job that you need it to. But then you're spending a bunch more money, right? You're spending $400, but life safety. I mean, you need it, right? You couldn't not have it. And they did have a fire marshal for that. I'm just glad I didn't have to deal with it. All the doors we're dealing with, they're just on electric strikes. My Cloud Key Gen 2 HD failed. I had to replace it and then restore from backup. Most all of my cameras need to be readopted and showed connected to a different controller. That's weird. I do have a TikTok video. I know it's TikTok and some people don't want to watch TikTok, but there's an easy way now to readopt your cameras where you just go in through the app, and if it says managed by another console, you could reassign it to your new console, which is really easy instead of going around and factory defaulting everything, which we used to have to do. I'm looking to do a Unify stack using the Ubiquity rack. Any tips or issues? So the rack is on casters. You could take the casters off and put them on the ground, but you can't wall mount it. That's the only thing. And I think it's only a 6U. So if you have more than 6U, you can't really use it. Don't blame me in not touching it. Yeah, I don't do enough security door work. This customer just asked me to put Unifi access in, and we have done quite a bit of it, but it's not my... I mean, I'm not doing that every day. I use Sec Alarm or Seco Alarm. Okay. I think I've actually seen those. Oh, yeah. See, I like the ones that come with this little cap, and then you could choose between your 24 volt and your 12 volt. I don't find any issue. A lot of people, I don't excuse me, I don't find any issue with Unifi stock anymore. Actually, I shouldn't say that. In Canada there is still a bit of an issue, but in the States, if you're in the States, there is so much stock available. It's kind of crazy. You just need to make sure that you're up at the correct time when the stock pushes out. There was thousands of access points and SEs and, you know, cameras last week that you could get. I don't need a low voltage license. I don't. It depends where you live. In Canada or in Ontario, I don't anyway. I keep seeing pictures of silver 42 racked in the Unified pictures for some of their gear. Yes, I have seen that too, and I hope they release it. And if they do, I hope they send me one, because I'll put that in my basement. What else were we talking about? So we did the strike stuff. I think that's pretty much it for the agenda today. We'll go for, how long have I been going for? I don't even know. I don't even know what time it is. 12:05. We haven't been going that long. So the next video will be the keystone, will be the patch panel. That's going to be the next one. I'm going to quote a few other camera jobs this week. So hopefully if we get those, I could record it. In the US, stock is just really hard to come by if you're not an installer integrator. Sourcing from Newegg. Well, it doesn't really matter if you're a system installer or integrator. It's the same process, right? You still have to go through, well, if you're buying through Ubiquity, we don't have any special account, right? Like I don't have a special account to get stuff. Yeah, I guess I didn't do it. Did I do a giveaway this month? I did a giveaway with the home lab stuff. I might give away an enterprise access point next month in August. So today's the last day to use Ubiquity affiliate links for us to collect off those affiliate links for, you know, any of the YouTubers who had it or whoever else had it. It's just being paused until I think the new year. So that's, I kind of had to rethink giveaways because that was, you know, we got quite a bit from that. Oh, really? You could get trade accounts. I didn't know that. In Canada, you can't. I know there are special accounts, I think within the US, if you spend like over 100 grand or something like that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think people just look at different times. In Canada, the stock has been very limited, but this last week, like we could see, we still have the SE. This has been saying coming soon for, I don't know, two and a half months now. We actually had cameras come in. So we had G4, we had these instants, we had the bullets, we had the AI 360s. One thing that's not coming in a lot are these Access readers, especially for the States, but Access hubs, like they've been pushing out probably 1,000 of the Access hubs a day. But what good is an Access hub if you don't have a reader? So I'm not too sure what they're trying to do with that. Any advice for fishing Cat 6 down 3 levels? Use a conduit on the outside of your house. I don't know. I hate doing residential. I try to stay away from it, but probably use Mocha. I haven't actually used Mocha before, but I hear good things about it. We were talking about that in my Twitch stream the other day. What prices do you charge existing customers for maintenance and updates? Do you offer support plan for fixed monthly fee? Not really. I just do hourly fee. My hourly rate is 150 an hour Canadian. Like if we're doing updates, pushing out controller updates and stuff like that, and it only takes 15 minutes, and a lot of my customers will buy blocks hours. I'm not going to charge them an hour for a 15-minute push of an update. We'll just charge them 15 minutes and take that off. The elevator access kit is not out at EA. That's another interesting product that's coming out, which I definitely, well, I can't say definitely. If they send it to me, I'll try it, but I don't understand. Yeah, I probably won't use it. If I was going to be doing an elevator install for like door access, I wouldn't, if I got somebody sending me, you know, drawings to do it, I wouldn't even touch it. I'd send it to somebody else. Mocha is okay. Condo won't like an out. Oh, it's in the, oh, that sucks. Yeah, they probably wouldn't like that. What's the best switch for 1 gigabit connection with a budget of $300? I don't really know. Do you need PoE? Are you talking US dollars? You don't need PoE then. And if you want a managed switch, I think they have a 24 port switch. That's, I mean, that's only $379, which is, if you could bump up your price a little bit by $80, this gives you 16 PoE ports. If you can't, you could go with this, the Switch 24, $225. Best managed switch, no PoE, so you want this one then. Oops. That's the switch you'd want. Willie thinks that he will be getting the balance of purchases made while suspended. No, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that's not how it works, because if that is how it worked, why would they stop the program, right? If you're going to keep buying from July till the next year and we get whatever money came in, I'm pretty sure we won't be. I was in that live stream and I was going to say something yesterday, but I never did. I ordered one item from the US store on Friday to Shipsy address. I got a warning about exceeding max orders for that address, but it shows confirmed. Maybe, do you think that's another issue with using something like Shipsy, because I use Shipsy too. With the max number orders, it's going to that specific address. And I think they have a few different addresses that you could use. I don't know. Hopefully they won't cancel the order for you. TP-Link switch, there are $60. So like one, yeah, TP-Link's not too bad. I used a TP-Link switch at that one site that we still need to go back, and it didn't have the rack ears. The fans are a little loud on it. The product range of Ubiquiti is pretty nutty, especially with them showing in that video with the electric vehicle charger. Yes, I agree on that. I don't know what they're trying to get into. The smart lock, I think, will be cool. It is a rebranded. Oh, I didn't know that. Rebranded August. Yeah, the smart lock I think is going to be cool, but that's me. Like the integration with the Doorbell Pro, I think is going to be good. We had 128 people here, 61 likes. That's the last time I'll ask you for a like. If you want to hit it, that'd be great. My coffee's done. So after this live stream, we're going to go a little bit longer on YouTube. So ask whatever questions you have, but I will be playing Elden Ring maybe on Twitch. So if you're interested in Twitch streams, video games and stuff like that, this is where my Twitch stream is. And if you have Prime and you want to use your Prime sub against it, that would be great too. But yeah, that's where I will be streaming after this. Take a quick break, but we'll go on for about another 10 minutes on YouTube, and then I'm going to switch over to Twitch. And the TP-Link stuff isn't bad. It's fairly easy to configure, even if you're not using the Amada stuff. It's pretty good. Starburst, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Weebo, good morning. How are you? How do you ship from the US to Canada? You have to use a freight forwarder. You might not want to use Shipsy because a lot of people are using it. Sora, thank you for the follow. I know you like the Lego stuff. Do UI will ever have... They already have 25 gigabit stuff. If you look, I have a 25 gigabit switch, or at least 4 of the ports are. So if we look at the Pro aggregation switch, they have 4 25 gig ports right there. But if you turn one of them into a 10 gig port, all 4 of them are 10 gig. So yeah, I have no need for 25 gig right now. Oh, it just looks like the rebranded August lock. Oh, gotcha. I don't look at smart locks too often. So I already did kind of an install video. I don't use Unify Access at home at all. But I think it was one of my first Unify Access videos. I did it on where my network rack used to be, which was in my cold cellar. Unify Access. Oh God, I've done a lot of videos on it. I forget which one it was. Starburst, thank you for the Prime sub. I appreciate it. That's awesome. It usually does like a little swear word with Dexter, but I turned all the sound notifications off. I don't know which one it was. It was one of these videos. Look up Unify Access. You could see me putting a mag lock on the door. A lot has changed though in the thing. What? It's not clickable. Do you have to put the HTTPS? Oh, I'm gonna have to switch that then. For a lot of my videos that I have. Damn. I'm currently trying to upgrade my current UI stack. Recently got the Unify Cloud Key Gen 2 to replace the Dockerized controller. And now I need to replace my USG 3. So the USG 3, you'll probably have to do a UXG. Unless you move over to like a UDM SE, which already has a built-in controller anyway. Have you heard of issues with caller ID on Unify Talk? Caller ID doesn't work. I haven't. We don't do a lot of Unify Talk consulting right now because it's not available in Canada. Chameleon, how's it going? Good to see you. We've used Hikvision door access. I've heard they do all right stuff. One of my distributors, that's all they sell. I've never used it because we don't do a whole ton of door access stuff. Is it possible to use the LTE backup WAN when you have primary WAN through P2P? You should be able to. We don't use a lot of LTE backup either because that's not available in Canada. How many G4 cameras 24/7 would I get away with the UDM Pro? I think they like 10 or 12 maybe. They have this calculator site, which I think I did a video on. That will tell you, right? So if you go, I don't know what your setup is, but say you have Unify Protect, it does say you could go up to 20 cameras. I don't think that's true. Say you have, 5 access points on. And then we're going to assume that you're going to put threat management on to high. It shows that you could have 20 cameras. I don't think that's right. I think it maxes out about 12. And this is just their 1080 cameras, none of their 4K. If you start putting the pros in, it will drop it down. Oh, it doesn't work. Oh, here. Okay. /. Let me just link it. Hold on a sec. Let me find it. Twitch. What is my? Let's go there. Let me do a copy paste. Let me know if this works. Let me do a copy paste. There you go. Let me know if this works. Let me do it. Whoops. That should work for you. I've been streaming quite a bit on there. It's a little bit different than these streams, but you could still ask me, tech questions the whole time if you want. I was planning on going with the UXG since I'd future-proof my bandwidth options in the future. Unless the hardware fails. I don't know what I think about the UXGs. I did a video on the UXG. I sold my UXG to somebody local who comes into this chat, and I don't know. It's okay. It's okay. The thing is, like, there is going to be like high availability eventually, but I don't know if it's going to be with the UXG or not. Question: I'm about to set up Unifi Talk at my current internet provider is doing my VoIP phones. Do I just contact Unifi to get the number switched over? So they have a number porting process within the Unifi Talk application. Maybe I'll do a video on porting numbers over. You could port the number and it will tell you when it's ready. Maybe I'll set up a video between VOIP.MS and Unifi Talk and get a number ported. But you have to let your VoIP provider know who you're porting, your internet service provider, who you buy that number off right now, that you're porting it. Oh, you'll be fine. If you're only doing 4G in one doorbell, you'll be good. Unifi Protect only works with itself. It doesn't work with Google Home or anything like that. It's pretty closed ecosystem. I think there are ways to get it into Home Assistant. I haven't looked at that though. I haven't had time. But the Unified Talk stuff, I'm really hoping they get this into Canada soon, because I have used it for quite a few clients in the States. And the simplicity of it, my clients are like small business. They don't need 100 phones. So if we're putting in 5 phones, it works awesome. And then if they have Protect cameras, they could view their cameras from their phone. Hopefully they integrate, I don't know if they have yet, Unify access within these phones so that you could open doors and stuff from them. Well, you know what? I don't have, oh, I do have my threshold on. Good. I switched my Go XLR threshold for, I forget what I was doing yesterday, playing guitar, and I was trying to record it. The winning port provider should be the only one doing the notifying, at least in the States. If you call the losing provider, you run a good risk. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, good to know. How do you like the G4 Doorbell Pro? I love it. It has released some false alerts though. So I saw somebody post, like, it was showing a package alert for a cloud. We have a rug at the front of the house and it thought that was a package. That was before an update though, and I don't think since the update we haven't had any issues. Actually, you can use script to get Unifi Protect into Apple HomeKit. Probably can do others as well. I actually have seen that before. Can you use Unifi Protect on a Raspberry Pi? Maybe. I have no idea. Would I suggest it? Probably not. Personally, I'm not too worried about the connection HA failover since I'm doing it in a residential capacity instead of business. Makes sense. So in that case, I mean, who cares? Like if your UXG died, plug your internet connection into your switch. You'll lose your VLANs, but at least you'd still have internet. Buying a new home and trying to build out a Unifi system for it. Expensive, but should be worth it. Yes, I think so. It is. It depends. It depends what you think is expensive. If you're not used to doing, I guess it would be expensive for homes. It depends how techie you want to get with things. Yeah. It's more expensive than your home basic routers if you go to like Canada Computers or Walmart or something like that. Absolutely a lot more expensive. And once you start buying Unifi, you'll catch on to the bug and you'll want to buy everything new. Yeah, I use Hub to integrate with HomeKit. Works like a charm. Awesome. I have heard a couple people use that actually. That would make a good video, but I don't think I have enough time to do something like that. Oh, you're getting it Wednesday. Yeah, the UXG worked. I just I don't personally have a need for it. So that's why I got rid of it. Oh, there's a home. Okay, so there's a plugin. That's cool. Maybe I'll look into that. I use my Pi for I have one Pi in production for Pi-hole. And that's it. Alex, how's it going? From the Netherlands. All right, 5 more minutes on YouTube, and then we're switching over to Twitch for the remaining. I'm going to take a quick break. Oh, I did this thing too. If anybody if you're on Twitter, If you're on Twitter and you have some goals for August, this is going to be my goals. We'll see if I can make it. Gym 6 days a week. That's going to be tough. It's not going to be all lifting weights. It's going to be cardio too. Order food out once a week. That's going to be the hardest one because I order food out a lot. Practice guitar 1 hour a day. 2 YouTube videos a week and a live stream. I typically do that anyway, so that's not big. Only drink water and coffee all month, which isn't too big either, but I do like, you know, Diet Coke and things like that. So if you have any goals, leave it there and maybe it will bring up some goals, other goals for me. You run the UXG with the cloud key for my setup. Nice. I think I had issues setting up at first. Sure, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Thank you for your tutorials. I got my Unify equipment this week and now set up with using your content. It appears to have gone very well. Awesome. Did you follow me on Twitter? Do you not, Chameleon? Or not Twitter? Twitch? Are you going to do a video rating disaster home setups like you did with the nice ones? Probably not. I don't want to shame people's setups because everybody thinks different things are nice, right? So it all kind of depends on what you like. I like this style of setup where it's like this. No, I'm joking. I don't like that style at all. But I like, you know, minimalist. Well, this. I guess something like this. That's what I prefer. But some people might prefer having a 24-port patch panel, having a cable management horizontal, maybe some vertical management, and doing longer patch cables. I don't really, yeah. If it's a picture you found off Google or something like that, maybe I'd rate it and, you know, give it my thoughts. But I don't ever want to hurt somebody's feelings on what they do. If they think it's good work, the worst thing would be for me to say, like, it's terrible. Rip it all out and burn it down. There was a question about Unified Talk and caller ID. I've been evaluating Talk to the last 10 days and have no issues with caller. So I haven't had any caller ID issues with what I've used, but I rarely get calls here on the number that I posted in one of my videos because I have Unified Talk unplugged most of the time. Did you see the question on Unify where the person had the rack ears behind the rails? No, I did not. No. I'll have to look at, I tried, I don't go on Reddit too often anymore. Reddit is very toxic. Sometimes I do post my links and, oh, I thought like Twitter was bad. I currently have a Pi sitting in a cold state because I ran out of the plug on the, oh, that's too bad. That's always the issue, like plugs and stuff, like behind here. Actually, bought a new bass amp. We could see it right there, but I don't have any more plugs, so I need to get some more. I need to get some more plugs. Oh, you're asking? Yeah, I just remember your name. I think it's the same thing over here. I hate printers. We ended up getting that one printer that or two printers I was having issues with SMTP because they were trying to scan the email. They had their username and password wrong. And after that, so one thing we needed to change, DNS. We needed to change DNS, but then the person had their username and password wrong, so it just wouldn't go through, obviously. PoE hat, yes, you could do a PoE hat. Any workaround when losing connection to the cloud key controller? How did you lose connection though? Like, can you hit it locally? Or did it completely die on you? Like if you're going through unify.ui.com, that's going through their cloud. Try to hit it by the IP. Did they show anything else new? One thing I like about their new store or new web page, they have this Unifi Portal that will bring you directly to unify.ui.com. They have the store web interface. UISP. I think we talked about this a bit last week. No, it was /wired. So they have a bunch of stuff here. You could look up their, you know, different specs, whatever. But they have this UISP Pro. They have the power. They have everything that they showed in that one video. I think this is kind of game changing. I think it's going to be really good. If I was a WISP, I would do a lot more videos on this. But I'm not. So it's kind of hard to do videos just sitting in this office. Hey, how's it going? I'm terrible at names. Splinux? I know you're in my Discord as well. Yeah, but the problem is I don't have a PoE switch yet. Oh, okay, yeah. So if you don't have a PoE switch, the PoE hat's definitely not going to work for you. Did I say Beefy Nacho? Thank you for the follow. I didn't see the alert come up. What's the Discord? The Discord is... What is the Discord? Ooh, what the heck? When did TubeBuddy pop up like that? That's weird. Oops, that's not what I wanted. That's the Discord. Have you tested the U6 Enterprise API? I have it in my office right now, but the 6 gigahertz band turned off because I couldn't get it to work yet. So before I do my video, I need to get it to work. But I'm going to hop off of... I think I'm going to hop off of YouTube. We're going to go over to Twitch. I'm going to take a quick break. And then I'm going to play some Elden Ring, I think. Oops. Sorry, you might have heard double in my voice. But if you want to continue the talk, we're going over to Twitch. This is my Twitch. So thank you for coming out. We will be doing 2 YouTube videos this week. And then we'll be live again on Sunday on YouTube at 11. Twitch will probably be live a few times this week. I usually am live a few times building Lego or playing video games. So thanks for all the support. Thanks for the memberships and all that. Thanks for coming to the live stream. And